something.
Yes, that was Tory Lanez's recording from his latest album, which dropped on March 7th, straight from jail. Despite having no industry push, the album went to #1 on iTunes. That's impressive. On this project, you can hear Tory's frustration, pain, and hunger. He's brought us a whole new vibe. What makes this album even more unique? He recorded it entirely from behind bars, and the only features on it are his family members. Shout out to his engineers. They did an incredible job making the sound studio quality, despite the circumstances. Recently, Tory appeared on the Full Send podcast where he gave an update on his case.
America, just listen to this. If you are a person and you are being convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison because of the use of a firearm, something needs to connect you to this firearm. Am I right or wrong, Kyle?
Correct. That sounds correct.
Something, in order for you to be guilty of this, something needs to connect you to this. Now, I need you to understand now my facts, not my opinion, not my theory, my facts. There is literally 4 contributors on this suspected gun. 90% contributor on this gun is a male, and the rest of the percentages of this gun are 2 females and another male. None of those 4 people are my DNA. So I am 100% excluded, not inconclusive like they said when I was in trial. I'm 100% excluded from this gun when it comes to DNA. My fingerprints are 100% excluded from the magazine, from the gun, from the bullets, from anything that has to do with this gun. Cedars-Sinai Hospital, with the help of LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department, for those who don't understand the abbreviation, together they have put on my discovery that we have lost the bullet fragments. Well, if you lost the bullet fragments, then you can't even attach this gun to the alleged bullets that allegedly hit the victim. So y'all mean to tell me you don't even have number one, you don't have the DNA. You have a 100% excluded person off of DNA. You have a person that has literally 0 handprints on this gun, on the magazine, on any of the bullet casings or chambers. You don't even have the bullets to match to this gun to say that these bullets were even shot out of the gun that you guys supposedly recovered. And then on top of that, the gun itself is sealed in LA County, so we can never ever grab the gun and do any retesting. The LAPD made sure to seal the gun so that there would be no retesting on this gun. When we went into court and we put these things in and said, hey, like, we're factually innocent due to these facts, the court said, you know what? We're going to consider that because there's good reason appearing on what you're saying. All of these things check out. And I want to explain something about the appellate court. The appellate court is never going to give you a judgment until they fully have read thoroughly through what you're saying to make sure that it's true, because their judgments are after conviction. So it's like you've already been found guilty legally by a peer group of 12 people. So it's like we really should not even be like everything they said at face value is supposed to be what it is. But they go thoroughly to see if there's a mistake. And in the mistakes that they saw, they said, hey, we see that there's an issue here. We see that there's good reason here, and we're going to consider this. That was the last thing that actually happened.
So this is all new evidence, though? Like the 4 people's DNA on the gun, that wasn't in the first trial whatsoever?
Yes. So in the first trial, they kept going. They told me I was inconclusive, but I knew that was always a lie. I was like, I never touched this gun.
So it went from now inconclusive to now completely excluded.
Yeah, once I was in jail, I asked my lawyer, like, can you get a DNA specialist to do this gun again? I know I never touched this gun. And then when he did it again, he was like, oh, I see what happened. They manipulated your DNA. And basically, it was almost, this is what they did. It's like, you ever had to wait for a video game and you're waiting for it to load? Uh-huh. So DNA, the way that they did it is like, okay, if I let it load 60%, it's not going to give me the full conclusion yet. So once they loaded it like 60 to 70%, it was like, yo, it's inconclusive. But had they let it go the whole way, they would have seen it was 100% excluded. But they were like, yo, the fact that it's inconclusive and not a match, let's just leave it here because this is the best we're going to get. So they stopped my test before it even got to the finished result. Therefore, I went to court thinking that you guys only have an inconclusive test. But I always knew in my heart, this is impossible. I never touched this gun.
That new fact alone is insane. Just the fact that it went from inclusive to excluded, and there's 4 people's DNA on the gun. And none of them their years is fucking... That should be enough for them to open up the factual innocence, like, now.
What do you guys think about his situation? Is this the truth? Should Tory be free? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates. See you in the next one.